Welcome back to hour number 4 of Sagas of the Icelanders. I have one more question for Shannon, and then we'll hit the ground running. I'm just going to type it to her all secret like.
Secret. I guess while you're doing that, I'm going to pick raw strength and gain +1 young.
Nice.
Right
raw
on, sister.
strength.
Yep.
There's, what, 2 of you gained +1 young this time. Full of life and raw strength are 2 fighters.
Wait, do I get stats when I level up too? Or is it only a new move?
It's only when you choose the advancement that gives you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's midwinter now. It's been 6 months almost to the day since the massacre. What did we call it? The Midsummer Massacre?
Yes.
Sorry.
Zoom tight.
Sorry, headphones. Yeah, and Liot, the neighbor, had heard about all of the disaster, and he came to Gunhild, and he invited her and all of her household over to his longhouse for a midwinter's feast, in order to fight away the cold and the winter. And he's also heard that, since you guys were all short on farm hands, you didn't have enough harvest. He wants to make sure that you don't go hungry.
How nice.
So I guess Gunhild probably invited Hilda to be present when she received Liot. So Liot is a tall, powerfully built, burly-looking man. He's bald on the top of his head, but he's still got a thick, bushy red beard. He's not terribly old. He's probably like 32 or something like that. And he's quite well fed. Like it's really obvious that he's been eating well for quite a while. What's the scene like?
Goats.
What's the scene like, Hilda, when you guys are all entertaining Liot at your house?
I imagine it's one of is solemn revelry even a thing? Like, clearly putting on a show for him to say like, hey, welcome, but at the same time we're starving and there's like only a few of us left, and we give, like, I know Hilda gives zero shits that he's there, but she's there because her sister said, would you come?
Yeah.
And so she's just present, but silent. She's just there.
It's still a pretty somber mood around Garryholm, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess later in the evening Liot turns to you and he says, Hilda, my people, we've heard rumor of what has happened here at Garryholm. Would you tell me the tale?
Hilda sort of just stares into, I assume, what is a mug of mead or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then looks back up at him and say, first, tell me the rumors.
Oh, they say that the gods looked unfavorably upon the combat. Something about the participants not making the proper obeisances. It sounds like perhaps Steinar, the Gothi, messed up his preparations somehow. It sounds like a real tragedy broke out, a battle between all of the members of Garryholm. Many of you lost life on the battlefield.
And she takes like a giant super gulp, just like chugs everything in her cup and slams it down on the table and like gives a ironic, angry laugh.
Yeah.
And say, so the rumors are true. And just sort of like, because she just doesn't, she's like, I don't even fucking care. I don't want to talk about it. And then just sort of like goes back to eating.
Yeah. So Gunhild and Liot continue talking, in low murmured tones.
Wait, Gunhild or Hilda?
Gunhild.
Okay.
Gunhild, Rovik's widow.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, finally towards the end of the evening, Liot gets to the point of his visit, which is to, invite you all to come out to his farmstead in 1 week's time for midwinter. And he's explicitly extending the invitation to everybody on Gunhild. He wants to throw a feast and really make you all feel welcome. And he says that he'll have one of his own religious members of his farmstead do a quick service for all of you in order to help put you all back in the good graces of the gods and to clean your fates. And Gunhild is very eager about this, though she says that she wants to confirm with the rest of the members of Gariholm before she agrees to it. So it's probably the next day, I guess, Ingeborg, that Gunhild comes to you. So you hear a knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. I get up, and I'm just like, oh, who could it be this time? And I open it up.
Yeah, Gunhild stands there. She's wearing a somber dress, and her hair is pulled back into a bun on the back of her head. No longer is she letting it flow free the way that she wore it back when she was with Rovik. And she says, Ingeborg, I know that you and my husband had difficulties from time to time, and I apologize for my part in that. But there's no reason that you should be excluded from a celebration. Liot, our neighbor, the one with the whale oil, he has invited us over to his farmstead for a midwinter celebration in 6 days. He's extended the invitation to everybody from Gariholm. Will you join us?
I kind of ponder it a bit, and I've never met him, right?
No. Well, you were buying sheep's blood from him. Were you buying it directly from him, or was there someone on his farm that you were selling that was selling it to you?
No, I was buying it directly from him.
Okay, yeah, then you've met Liot.
All right. Well, if I've met him, I would imagine he would come to me to invite me, though.
I think he approached. You're on good terms, but you also know that Gunhild is the chief figure of Gariholm now. Like, it wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for him to approach you directly if he's trying to invite the entire farmstead.
All right. I'm like, oh, well, you're right, and I believe that we can move past our differences, and I would gladly show up.
Thank you. I'm sure Liot would appreciate your presence. It sounds like he's going to have some religious member perform a sacrifice or a cleansing ceremony in order to try and set our fates right with the gods. I know that you, like all of us, would benefit from the cleansing. She, nods. Eamon, what have you been doing? Have you been sort of just recovering with Ingrid?
Yeah.
Since your wound?
So I've been recovering. Obviously, Ingrid is pregnant. She's getting pretty close there now.
Mm.
How many months has it been? Like, how many months pregnant is she now?
It's been 6 months, so she's 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, she's about to pop out a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been taking as much care as I can with her. And then also, I've been kind of doing the best that I can to act as a father figure to Rovik's children.
Yeah.
I've gotten closer to Ref, who is also having a child as well. And
okay, have you two been bonding over that a little bit?
Yeah, a bit. And then What's your youngest son, the 8-year-old? Well, he's probably a little.
Rald.
Yeah. Him and Rolf have come by and like help with my little homestead that I've been slowly, progressively building, and I do my best to like train them in combat.
Nice.
And sometimes I bring them along with me to watch like some of the older boys, do their bouts.
Nice. So, like, have you and Ref been growing closer, and you trust him more with a blade? Okay. Yeah. Are you with him now when Gunhild comes to you?
Sure.
Okay. What are you talking about?
Um,
Are you talking, drinking, playing a chess game?
I would say
in the winter like this, I don't know that you would be outside sparring, but
no, probably not. We're drinking and just kind of like hanging out and chatting, and my wife now is, sitting in the corner, kind of just listening to us.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you also hear a knock at your door, and it's Gunhild. And she's a little bit surprised to see Ref there, but he's been friendlier with you in recent times. But she, gets over her surprise fairly quickly and relays to you the information that Liat has invited us all to a midsummer's or midwinter's festival in celebration of the winter, and, kindly is offering his food and his home in hospitality to everybody from Gariholm. And she's extending the invitation to you as well.
Vlad is also here too, and I thank her for extending the offer and offer to kind of help her, because I'm guessing that she's off trying to like gather other people, and I want to make sure, because she's wandering about the town all by herself in the cold.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you offer to go spread the word to the other members of Gariholm.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And I kind of try to wrangle the guys to help as well.
Yeah, sure. Ref jumps to his feet, and Vlad, is Vlad like really, is he proactive, or is he lazy, or is he?
Vlad is kind of argumentative about it. He's like, he doesn't really know, because Liat has not been helpful in the past. Like, he's just kind of skeptical and wondering, like, what does he want? Why is he willing to like sacrifice something for us? And he's kind of like questioning Gunhild and.
Yeah, I mean, Gunhild's a little bit exasperated with Vlad's questioning. She says, Vlad, listen, I have broken bread with Liat before, and even just recently he came to my home to invite me. We ate bread and salt, we drank mead together. I have spoken with him. He is a good man. He will do well for us. It's good to have allies in these trying times.
Vlad like makes some like super sexist like comment under his breath about how like I'm sure he came and like checked out and like broke some bread with you.
Yeah.
Kind of comment. And Eamon kind of gives him a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of talk you like to hear from your Viking mates.
No. Well,
okay.
Specifically more towards Gunhild, maybe towards like another woman I wouldn't care so much, but like, I kind of have this, like, I feel like I need to protect her.
You feel a responsibility to the widow of your former.
Like, I would never let any man talk to my wife that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. I mean, Gunhild just lets it roll off her back. She nods to you, bids you farewell, heads back to the longhouse. Fast forwarding 6 days. It's the evening of December 21st, midwinter's evening. And you have all arrived earlier this afternoon at Liot's Long Hut, and he has a pretty well established little farmstead. He's got maybe 20 or 30 people living on it, a significant number of thralls, a number of strong burly men and shield maidens who have returned successfully from raiding the coast of Europe from their Viking this summer. He still has like stores and stores in the back of his long hut of salted whale meat and whale oil and whale blubber from where a whale washed up on his shore in the spring of this year. And it's easy to see, looking around his farmstead, how well fed and at ease everybody is, coming from Garyholm and seeing everybody look relaxed and look full-cheeked and colorful. It's a really stark contrast with your recent experiences over at Garyholm. So let's see, like, I think like one of the first things that would happen in the evening is actually the sacrifice. So where are the female names here? Yeah, good. I'm just dropping these in chat so I have them available for me. There's a young woman, probably 17 years old, or 18, I'd say. And she's sitting on the right-hand side of Liot as you all sit in the hall and feast. And it doesn't look like they are romantically involved, but he seems to be sort of turning to her and consulting her regularly over the course of the evening. Wow. And as the first course is finished, it's actually roast mutton that he's served you all. She stands up and she begins speaking, and the entire hall grows silent, and they listen to her tell tales of the gods and their stories of their battles with each other, and the tricky nature of Loki, how he bested Balder by what was it? He threw mistletoe at, was it Balder or Tyr who had the mistletoe thrown at them? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's lots of folklore that comes out of this young woman, and she goes to like a hearthstone at the end of the hall, where there's a second fireplace that's cold. Skiska. And another man from the longhouse brings in a young lamb that was born late in the summer, and she speaks a number of words and prays to Odin for his guidance and to Frigg, and then she slaughters this lamb on this hearthstone, and it's a very quiet and peaceful and respectful ceremony of sacrifice, in stark contrast to sacrifices in recent memory. And it's at that point in the evening, in this sort of pregnant silence after the sacrificing of this lamb, that you hear a knock on the door. Bang, 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 bang. Nice.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like the silence grows tense, and Liot turns to Gunhild and asks, "Are you expecting anyone else?" And if you look around, you see everybody from Garyholm there at the table. It's very large inside of this hall, and she kind of shakes her head. Liot stands and he goes to the door and he pushes it open. Shannon, would you care to describe who we see on the other side of this door?
So in the doorway, you see a form. I guess, like, if it's quite dark, like, it's hard to make out at first, but it seems like a somewhat like hunched over, slightly emaciated older man with like really scraggly, like just some whiskers hanging from his face that are red, but like you don't like there's no beard. He doesn't have like any noticeable like manliness to him. He seems kind of yeah, he seems a bit bony. He seems wrinkled. He seems
Anti-Crendor? Yeah! Let's do this!
and yeah, he just sort of says like, please, it is very cold out here.
You have a move for this, right?
Yeah. So that's my gesture.
Yeah. So go ahead and
But
roll.
okay. So when he says that, he kind of just like looks up, but like that's all he can really say. He's so tired that he can't really seem to say anything else.
Yeah. So like inside this hall, you see it's well lit. There are oil lamps burning on a number of pillars. There's like 40 or 50 people inside of here feasting on mutton and, you know, drinking mead from cups. And Liot kind of, you know, he looks a little bit cross for a second. This large man. He's much bigger than you. He's taller than you. He's fatter than you. He's more muscular than you.
He's like
got
the
a
opposite
bigger
of-
beard than you. Yeah, exactly. And he sort of looks down at you like, who is this scrawny weirdo coming to my house? But he knows that it's not good form to turn you away. So he says, come in. Have a seat. I'll have my servants, my thralls bring you meat and ale. So go ahead and roll plus your weird.
This I just did. I don't know if you like it
Ooh,
didn't do very
yeah.
well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's not really excited about having you around. Like he goes back and he sits down at his place along the other side of the table. And he's kind of ignoring you, but you catch every once in a while him just like glaring and like skewering looks in your direction.
Right. So I'm gonna just kind of like hunch over, try to eat whatever I can possibly have that's been put near me, and just warm myself as much as I can because I get the feeling this isn't gonna last long.
The woman, the 18-year-old young woman who performed the sacrifice earlier, as you come in, she's sort of like cleaning off her sacrificial blade. She walks over to Liot and she whispers something in his ear and he murmurs something back to her. And then she actually comes around the table and she takes a seat next to you. What's your name?
I look at her and I say, I am Erland, and I'm very sorry to have come into your home on such a night when you are enjoying your festivities. And then that kind of seems to completely exhaust him, and then he just starts taking more bites of food to sort of regain his strength.
Whoop. Let's try toggling cameras and see if they come back. Yeah, she sits down next to you and she says, my name is Aslag. Where are you from?
I come from not anywhere here. I am so weary. I'm sorry.
Yes, by all means, eat. Do you need healing? Are you injured? You seem quite weak.
I think it is just this land. It's just so unforgiving. And then he just kind of trails off and like looks down at the ground at that.
Nice. Let us do the Skype thing, and we'll come back and find out what the other characters think of the newcomer. So, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Hey, look at that. Skype decided to come back for us quickly this time. So awesome. Thank you, Skype. We love you. You're the best.
Just this once.
Just this once. Yeah, so like how's the conversation flowing for you three? Ingeborg, Hilda, and Eamon. Do any of you really notice Auslag or the newcomer Erland?
I notice.
Ingeborg notices?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm kind of like suspicious. So I'm like peeking over to see what they're doing and what's going on over there.
You see
Yeah.
them just kind of like hunched over with like the shittiest like woolen like drab shawl over their head, like eating as much as they could, like they haven't eaten in a week.
Eamon notices, but he doesn't think anything of it.
Okay. Eamon is like, I guess since Rovik has passed, you've sort of grown into more of a man around town sort of character yourself. It's not strange for you to extend hospitality to strangers?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, it's not that weird. I'm more focused on like the bigger fish.
Who's the bigger fish for Eamon?
I think I'm focusing a lot on Leo just because he's been super friendly with Gunhild, and I want to make sure his intentions are, honorable.
Yeah. So yeah, like
big in this world.
maybe there's a portion of the evening where Liat has come around to your side of the table, has taken a seat next to Gunhild, and is speaking with her about his harvest and his his shores and how productive they've been with seal, and how there was a whale that beached itself in the spring, and he's boasting but gently. He's not boasting for the benefit of other men at the table. He's just laying out how productive and how bountiful the season has been for him.
Yeah, and then I'm also thinking on what Vlad had said. Vlad has been with me for a long time. We've been a Viking quite a few summers, so I take what he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Okay. Hilda, what are you doing?
Drinking.
Yeah.
Ever since the events of that summer, I not really finding out answers as to why Scum killed Grim, supposedly, failing to protect Rovik. Like, literally, Hilda is just a mess. Even though she has no, like, physical scars and she's fine, she's just taken to drink. And so she just is downing alcohol and gives zero shits. Like, she's there because they said you should go, but she's not interacting. When people approach her, she doesn't even look at them. She just keeps drinking, and she just doesn't care. Like, she's a mess. She's a complete wreck of a human being.
I think Eamon would also notice that as well, just because like Hilda is someone that he's fought alongside many times, and obviously she helped make sure that he got help in order to heal from a ridiculous wound that he thought he was going to die from.
Yeah. So are the two of you speaking about Hilda's drinking?
I literally don't talk to, like, ever since that day, I just haven't said shit to anybody. I'm just closed off, and the only thing I do is drink. And well, before I was like a powerful looking like shield maiden. Now I'm just like a ragged lady who's just seen some shit and doesn't want to talk to anybody. So I'm a mess, like not showered kind of mess, even though there are no showers, but you know what I mean? Like, I haven't been in the water long.
You're not taking care of yourself. Yeah,
yes,
totally.
I'm not. I'm just a mess, and I blame myself. I blame myself for everything, but also at the same time, like, I feel like what I did was right, but I'll never know because I just sort of did it.
Yeah. Like a man comes and sits down next to you, and he's got 2 full mugs of mead. He just sits down next to you. He's kind of a bigger guy. He's not the most physically fit guy. He's a little bit fluffy. He sits down next to you, and he's just got this dour look on his face. And he just slides one of his mugs. He's on your right. He just slides one of the mugs over to the left, takes his hand off of it when it's right in front of you, picks up his own, and just Do you
That's all he
react
does?
at all?
Oh no, I was waiting for something else to happen. All right, Hilda takes the mug and the one that he passed over and just like power chugs it completely, slams it down the table, looks at him,
Nice.
grabs him by his head, and just gives him like the sexiest fucking kiss there ever was.
Awesome.
Pushes him away, grabs his mug, what's left of it, power chugs that, puts it back on the table, stands up, and walks away to find more alcohol.
You stand up and start walking away, and he grabs your shoulder. He says, "Wait, the meat is back here."
I turn around and say, well, then go get me some, and then sit back down.
His eyes look kind of sad, but he actually smiles at you when you say that, and he says, "Yes, more mead." He turns around, walks back over to the kegs, dips a mug full of mead in each hand, brings it back over, sets you another mug, starts draining his own.
I sit there and just watch him, and I just sort of like chuckle and then just started drinking from mine. And I don't really, I'm not like trying to get away from him, but we're just sort of drinking together. I'm just sort of okay with this guy being here, but I'm not like, I haven't said a word to him.
Good. I'm exchanging notes.
Good.
Great.
Awesome.
I want it.
You have been roofied. That's the look on his face.
So, the two of you set to drinking. What's your young?
+3.
Oh, yeah. You drink him under the table.
Yeah.
It's easy. But he tries his very best to keep up with you. But, man, Hilda's really, she can hold her mead. That's for damn sure. Ingebjorg, you said you noticed this wanderer come in, and Aslog, the priestess, speaking with him. What did you make of that?
I'm just kind of skeptical because I don't really like when people that aren't me are talking to people that are, like me. So I wanna introduce myself and make sure that they know I'm the one to go to if they need anything.
Okay, so you're trying to
like a drug dealer, and you're like, no, this is my circuit. Like,
yeah, it's my turf, dude.
Yeah. So, there's a convenient moment where Aslog steps away to, converse with Liat again, or, give gentle words to Gunhild. Mm-hmm. Are you going to approach this newcomer?
I am. I go over and I sit next to them.
Okay, so as soon as you sit down, Erland is just going to immediately just kind of like look up and then look back down at his food and just keep stuffing his face as much as he can and kind of pay you no mind.
Erland's really thin, right?
Really thin. Yeah.
Cool.
And I wait a bit and then I look over at him and I'm like, I sense something strong about you, even though you are weak.
Damn it, Crendor.
So Erland is gonna kind of laugh at that, like a very light, sort of wheezy chuckle, and maybe it is my ability to eat this terrible food.
Reminds me of many anime characters right now. So many characters in my head right now.
Would you roll a tempt fate for me, please, Erland? This isn't a big thing. I just want to...
What do I roll? Is that weird?
Plus weird, yeah. This isn't a big thing. Oh, shit.
What is with my rolls?
I just wanted to know if there was a convenient lull in conversation when you were like, my ability to eat this terrible food is what's strong about me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there totally was there was like a convenient, everybody stopped talking and like there was no clink of silverware or anything or mugs on the
Good.
table.
That's
And then
great.
you're like, yeah,
Fuck.
this food is awful.
Oh.
Would you roll plus gendered?
Yep.
Way to go, stranger.
Fuck. Like, just fuck.
That is
Something
not
else is
something
like-
that Eamon would appreciate, though.
8.
There we
Okay. So what is it? Yeah. So they either attack you there and then,
Oh, fuck's
or
sake.
or they challenge you to a duel later,
Oh, shit.
or they demand an apology, and refusing them is further insult.
Can
So-
Shannon die twice
So
in
would
one
that be
episode?
Liot? Liot, would you be the one who does that?
Yeah, Liot stands up and like his nostrils are flaring. He's this big guy, fiery beard. He looks down the table. Like everybody is dead silent after your comment. He stands up, he says, I invite you into my house. Stranger I do not know, in the dead of winter. You are a dead man out there, and I take you in. I give you my food and my hospitality. Food which is good enough for my household. Food which is good enough for my honored guests. And you sit here eating the food that I have placed in front of you, and you tell me that it doesn't taste good.
So I'm going to consider an uneasy situation here with Liot.
Oh yeah?
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. So let's try that. And what is this verse? Okay.
First.
Verse. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
Oh my gosh, Shannon!
You know,
You're wrong.
Fire.
you just so first of all, you have gained a relationship with Liot for using
Yeah.
a move on him.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and he like,
Oh wait,
Oh,
wait,
did
wait,
you-
wait,
you rolled
wait,
a
wait,
1d6.
wait. You only rolled a 1d6.
Oh, my
Oh, I
God.
did? Really?
Oh my god,
Roll-
that makes way
roll-
more sense.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
roll another d6.
Yeah, just one more.
With no +1.
No
Yeah,
plus
just
one.
roll
yeah.
1d6. Okay,
Doesn't
so
matter.
that you got a 6 instead. So yeah,
Yeah.
his
He still
eyes
failed.
just
Oh.
narrow and he's like breathing hard out of his nostrils. He says, I will have an apology from you, or I will take more from you. Which will it be, stranger?
So Erlen just stops eating and just immediately just kind of puts his hands up and just goes, I meant no offense at all. It was just meant to be something to break the ice. Ice is all I've seen.
Yes, well, seems that you and the Sithkona from the neighboring town are friendly enough that when you leave here tomorrow morning, you won't be entirely out on your own. But leave here tomorrow morning you will. Make no mistake, you are not welcome to stay here more than one night. And he just like sits back down, taking up like even more space than usual. He's kind of man-spreading, right?
Right.
Man spreading?
Man,
Yeah.
God.
I don't even know what that means.
I can
Well,
imagine what it looks
I
like.
can
Very
imagine
funny.
what it means.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so Erland is just gonna kind of like stop eating at that point. Like even though he really, really wants to continue, he feels like he shouldn't now that he's kind of like pissed everyone off.
Mm.
And he's gonna look up at Ingebjorg and just kind of have this look of like, I am basically dead as of the morning, unless like someone helps me, kind of thing. Just like a look, like a
Yeah.
please help me.
You shoot him
And
a
then-
glance that says,
Yeah. And then he's just gonna kind of look down again.
What's your reaction to this, Ingebjorg?
I just kind of look at him and I'm like, yeah, I can help you. I can help
Alright.
you out.
So creepy. So
I think that's a great place to end
yeah.
this evening's session of Sagas of the Icelanders. The rest of the evening goes pretty uneventfully. You know, conversation resumes. Much food and drink is eaten and drunk, and we'll find out what happens in the late evening and morning next time on Sagas of the Icelanders. Why don't we do some shout outs, starting with Shannon.
Oh, okay. Hi. So I'm on character number 2 now. Yay! Let's hope it lasts a little bit longer this time, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You can follow me on Twitter for all of my like Bible thump type tweets. I'm probably going to put out tonight now that Rob's gone. That's twitter.com/ShannonZKiller. And I'm going to keep mine really short because I know Crendor is just going to take about 20 minutes for his. So there you go.
All right, let's hear from Maggie. We're going to save Crendor for last because we know he's going to take 20 minutes.
Thank you. Best for
All right,
last.
guys. This has been pretty fun. I'm curious to see what's going to happen next episode, especially with Shannon's new character and all the ridiculousness that just ensued. And also, thanks, Steven. Now we have like a whole town of people we have to add to our relationships.
Only the important ones.
Yeah, I guess for now.
You just pruned like 5 people off of that chart. There's nobody left.
There's a lot of people left. You guys can check out all my stuff at margaretcrone.com. I do a lot of videos on YouTube for Curse, so you guys can check those out. I recently put out a bunch of those, so to watch them. That'd be awesome. And then I'm also going to be changing up my stream schedule just to work with some other stuff because I'm also VOing a book, and it's going to be available on iTunes, Audible, Amazon, and other things. I will let you guys know whenever that's available. It
What
should be
book
next
is
month.
it?
Sweet.
What?
What book is
is
it?
it?
It's called Chameleon.
Chameleon.
It's a sci-fi book, so if you're interested in like sci-fi adventure book, you should check it out. And then I don't know, I got other stuff going on, but if you follow me on all the social medias, Twitter's a good place. I'll let you know what's up.
Nice. Jesse, tell us what's up.
Hey, gang. Hi, you can follow me on Twitter at Jesse Cox. It's a place where I tweet a bunch of things that are on my mind. And if you want to go on Twitch and get all those awesome emotes you see, twitch.tv/Shabuzi. It's a one-time payment for awesome emotes. You don't have to pay anything else ever. It's pretty great. And youtube.com/Jesse Cox. There's videos on there of video games. So go and watch those. And I will let Crendor shill like he does. I'm going to kill him, I swear to God. Find a way. I'm going to find a way.
That whenever I take
find a
Game
way.
of Thrones like quiz thingies, I always get Littlefinger, and I feel like
Here's
that
the thing.
carries over.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It
to
doesn't.
this
All
roleplay.
you need to know is, no matter what, Littlefinger's not going to make it out alive. In the end, I swear, I'm calling it right now. He gets on the throne. He gets the throne. That's his whole plan. White Walkers kill him. I'm telling you right now, that's what happens to his ass. He gets a horrible death.
Spoilers.
White Walkers take their spears and poke him in the butt with it. Oh, they impale him through the butt, out the mouth. I can't wait. And that's what's going to happen to you. I'm going to impale you through the butt, out the mouth. I want you to
Wow.
know
Are there
this.
White Walkers in Saga the Icelander?
Oh my God, I'm going to become a White Walker. I'm going to become a snow
God.
maiden and just from Frost be reborn. And I will kill you. It might not happen next episode,
Robic is like
and
the
it might
king
not
of the
happen the episode after that, but I swear to God, I'm going to find out that it was you, and I'm going to
Secret
murder
plan
you.
that takes
I'm going to murder you.
We've still got to see Thora killing whoever she was killing.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, what was that about? That was
Mm.
True.
True.
Crendor, I swear to
Who
God.
knows?
All right, Crendor, do some shout-outs.
Hey, it's me. How you doing? You can go to youtube.com/wowcrendor. Of WoW leveling. Been doing that for
There we go.
3 years. A veteran in the WoW leveling business. Going to be headed. That is a place known for its majesticness and really entertaining value. You can head over to youtube.com/wowcrendor. There's be some machinimas also happening, not statistically as much as they used to, but you know, a lot of happening right now. So you can subscribe there. A lot
Basically,
of
if
other
you want to
content.
level really, really fucking slow, follow his guide.
Right. Cool. Don't buy her book voiceover thing. Instead, you know, go watch my things. Cause yeah, you also go to twitch.tv/wowcrendor, facebook.com/crendor, those things, and soundcloud.com/coxandcrendor. Completely irrelevant and doesn't make any sense, but people love it.
It's true. Like those role-play intros. Good. Well,
Good work,
thanks
JP.
to everybody
Good
for
work.
playing. Absolutely. Good work for JP.
Good work, JP. Great job, JP. Great job. You're doing it. I'm not just referring for the last few minutes, but the entire episode. Good job.
It's good. So I'm Stephen Lumpkin. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube at Silent Osiris. The O is a 0. I just announced yesterday the game that I'm now working on is Roller Coaster Tycoon World. So I'm really excited to be working on that. I'm super stoked. And it's also my 30th birthday today.
Happy birthday! I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. What?
So I really know what Rovik's feeling about like getting older and your body stops working, and yeah, it's all downhill from here. Those 30s, yep, that's brutal. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Steven. Jeez,
Is it really your
Maybe-
birthday, or is this
are you-
some
Yeah, yeah, it
friend
really
door
is.
level bullshit?
Why
Oh,
did
it
you
was-
start
it-
with that?
It was my birthday until 2 minutes ago.
Oh, well then it's not your birthday.
Yeah, well,
then it's not your birthday
anymore.
It's
Sorry,
not
guys.
your birthday.
Birthday.
Well,
I
happy
should have
birthday.
done it at the beginning.
It's not
Yeah.
your
Should've.
birthday anymore. God, Steven, way
Yeah.
to be a
You just wasted
Happy
like a
belated
giant chunk
birthday.
of your birthday.
yeah, man.
But
you
the
just
point
wasted. You should have been
is-
out.
That I
could've
can't
sang
think
to
of a better birthday than playing role-playing games with you four and
I could think of
being
a
here
lot
with
better
chat.
birthdays.
So no, this is good.
Going
Good
to
shit.
IKEA.
Especially today. Today's episode was especially good birthday shit. And I'm doing some birthday stuff later anyway, so it's all good. Yes. The last thing that I should tell you is that I am putting a Q&A on the subreddit. I will drop that into chat so that y'all can go check it out and ask whatever questions you have about today's episode, which was awesome. So, huge thanks to everybody in chat for hanging out, and to you four for playing with us, and to JP for being an awesome producer in the background of these shows.
Yay.
Yep.
And
Thanks, JP. You're the only one who didn't have a hand in my death, so I love you.
Everybody fist JP.
Yeah, everyone fist JP.
Yeah.
You should all
really,
fist
really
JP.
hard. Like it hard.
Just as hard as you can. Fist JP.
Fist in chat, guys. Come on.
Everyone in chat, raise your fists so we can all fist JP.
raise your fisters. Okay, good. Thank you for watching Sagas of the Icelanders. We'll be back soon with more of it. See you next time.
YouTube.com/wowcrendor, Facebook.